Morning guys. So at the weekend I managed to do some illustrations for greeting cards, and today the task is to experiment with them and print them out and make sure they look good. So I'm very excited, and I think we should have had a parcel downstairs because I ordered a scoring board. Let's get to work on experimenting, shall we? I had some cute ideas for funny puns in the notes app on my phone. I often do this when I want to have something in my shop and it pops into my head, or I think of something funny. I'll often just have like a random list on my phone that I want to do. So I worked my way through these on Procreate, and I had 4 in mind for Valentine's Day, since that's what's coming up next. The first one I actually did was this little poop illustration, which actually makes me laugh. When I was drawing it, I didn't think it looked cute enough, so I actually made the poop layer smaller and made her chubbier, and then we ended up with this cute little curly whirly looking poop. The next design I thought of was a little chubby pizza slice. I actually used to have a sticker pack back in 2018 with little pizzas, fries and burgers, and they seem to sell pretty well. I'd love to bring these back into the store, but for now I thought I would make a new little pizza character, since who doesn't like pizza? That's my theory anyway. Next up was a burrito, and I started initially by sketching a bear for this one, but then I changed it to Katnipp since I realised I haven't actually brought out anything Katnipp related for over a year, so it was her time to shine. Last but not least, we have the man, the myth, the squishy legend that is Marshy. Another character I woefully neglected in 2023. I'm so sorry about that, Marshy, but I am changing that. He's having his own new pin and collection this year, since it's been so long. Also, sorry about that noise. That was Daisy in the background there. This is why I don't do voiceovers half the time. Have this on like in the best setting. Put the paper in the wrong way around. Get him out like that. That is the right way around. Okay, what do you think to this? Is this good enough for card? It's a bit thin because it's 250 GSM. It's printed on the wrong side, but it stands up and everything.
Yeah.
I wish you guys were in real time so that I could get your feedback. What I think I might do is, because they are slightly thinner but they're still enough to like stand, I don't know if I'm overthinking the thickness of it. Do you know what I mean? But I wish you guys were here so you could have my opinion. But what I think I might do is release them and then collect the feedback and then go from there. I really like them. I think they're really, really cute. But is the thinness going to put people off? These are 250 GSM and greeting cards are around 250 to 300 GSM. I don't know, I think it's just one of those things that I might overthink about. It's funny because I've got my friend from Daisy and Bump coming in to give me an opinion. This was my old greeting cards that we used to sell, and we used to just buy this cardstock off eBay and it was great. I never got one complaint of these cards. Like literally people actually preferred these cards and asked me if I had any more of these cards than the new ones that I got in. The thing I found with the new ones is I think the lamination makes it like more weird. Like it doesn't sit on the desk as good. This is slightly thinner than this, but only by like literally a tiny amount that I don't think people will know. I don't know what to do. Jess has just thrown a spanner in the works there. She owns this really great online business called Daisy and Bump. You definitely need to check her out. Her stuff is so beautiful. She does watercolour, animals and prints, and she does greeting cards, and she brought her greeting cards through and they're on this thick, beautiful watercolour paper. However, I asked her opinion and I brought out my old greeting cards that I used to sell quite well, and I have like this handmade feel, and I think we've progressed since doing these types, and she actually doesn't like this one that is actually bought in with the soft velvet. She said the print isn't as nice as mine, which is true because I can get a really fine art print on my greeting cards, but she said that the thinness wouldn't put her off, and actually she prefers this. And because she has a stationery and greeting cards company where she works with paper stock and she works with these types of products, it was really valuable to kind of get her opinion, and Rachel as well, who also has an art print business. Now, a lot of you guys might think I'm overthinking this, which I probably am, because I've went through stages of printing it in-house, outsourcing, printing it in-house, and it might change again in the future, but these feel really cute and delicate, and I just like the ones that we're printing in-house. I'm going to print some more now, and I'm going to print them on the right side and then make my decision. Greeting cards for me aren't really a great seller, which is one of the reasons I wanted to bring them back in-house. I'm using the premium matte archival paper that we use for our art prints, and despite being expensive, it still works out a third cheaper than outsourcing, even when you factor in the manpower. Not only that, but the print seems much nicer, and it also means I can turn around new designs really fast and offer a bigger range of designs in general. I also think people enjoy buying something they know was handmade in our store, and our older cards used to sell much better because of this. And we also sell our cards at a relatively cheap price, and we see these more as like a basket topper item to complement other items at Katnipp. I've had quite the journey with them, to say the least. I also don't know if it's just me, but I don't know if greeting cards are kind of going out of favour a little bit. I know they're still really popular in stores and stuff, but I don't know if they're as popular as they used to be. I'd love your opinions on this. Do you still buy greeting cards? I personally still do. I love receiving greeting cards. I think they're a cute little art print, and if it's your birthday or wedding anniversary or whatever, I think it's a nice way to decorate your side. So I've just laid out all the different types of greeting cards that I've had. I used to have large square ones as well, but we went back to A6 after getting a lot of feedback. The square ones not fitting in small letters to send out, and if I'm being honest, I went back next door to Daisy and Bump and got their opinion. This is my old one. It is slightly thicker. This was 250 GSM. It was blank on the inside. These are what I used to do back in like 2017 or something like that, and the print quality, because it wasn't proper like printer paper, I didn't feel like the print quality was the best, but we never ever got a bad complaint or a bad review about these cards. These cards are the ones that I get manufactured out house, so this is the thickest card stock. It also has a soft velvet lamination on it. However, as you can see, they do bend weird and they don't quite stand. Look, they don't stand very well. They stand really wide and almost bowed out here. Now this could be because of the way we're storing it. However, it just doesn't, I think it's actually too thick with the lamination to fold properly. And then this is the one that I've made in-house. Now the print quality is the best of all of these because this is printed on premium archival matte art print paper. However, it is the thinnest, but because it's A6, it kind of still feels really nice, and as you can see, it holds its shape and actually looks the best while standing. A lot of people who would buy these cards would use them as art prints as well, but this is actually our art print paper. We already have all of this in stock already, so it's not like it's another supply we need to buy. Maybe I'm overthinking it, it's just a greeting card. So I think I've made my decision, which means now I need to make a bunch of these. Oh, it's so bright in here today. I need to design the desk pad and send them off, and also do a restock Sakura notepad. So that's what I'm going to do next. So break time first. Good morning guys. So there is one thing that I want to share that has been my goal for 2024, which I haven't really put on this channel, but I have discussed it already with my Patreons, and that is seeking therapy to try to help make me more productive here at Katnipp and to help kind of clear my mind a little bit more. I have been on a personal health journey, as you probably have seen on this channel, and I've been focusing on my physical health, but now it's like really time that I actually start studying my mental health a little bit more. I'm really focusing on that. And I did just want to say a huge thank you to BetterHelp for teaming up for today's paid partnership. Because I am quite busy and I move around a lot, it has been really hard to find a therapist in my area, and also I'm not always in the area to go to my therapy sessions. I enjoy traveling and moving around and getting inspiration for Katnipp, and having a therapist where I'm like tied to the area, it just wasn't like gonna work out for me. So then I started looking into like online therapy options, which is a lot more flexible for me, and the best one that I have found for me personally is actually BetterHelp. When I first signed up, I answered a quick questionnaire, then BetterHelp connected me with one of their credentialed therapists who is trained to listen and give you helpful and unbiased advice. I know therapy can seem daunting to some, but I love that you can actually choose to have your session to suit you, whether it's a phone call, as a video chat, or even through messaging if you prefer that. And the thing I like as well is that if you don't think the therapist is the right fit for you, which apparently is quite common in therapy, you can easily switch to find someone to suit your needs. And it also means that I have a broader scope of therapists to choose from, one that is right for me. At the moment, I really love my therapist. It's nice to finally be able to find something that is going to help me and to finally get the coaching and the therapy that I've wanted for a while, but just haven't had time to dedicate to. It's been the perfect solution for me, honestly. If you guys would like to check it out, I will leave a link in the description. By clicking this link, it does help support this channel, so a huge thank you. And clicking the link also means you'll get 10% off your first month, and you can see if it works for you as well. So a huge thank you again to BetterHelp for partnering with today's video. Now, let's get back into the studio vlog, shall we? Oh, cayenne pepper. I literally go through so many of these. I just put raw cayenne pepper on my food.
Good for your guts, that.
Is it though? I'll probably burn them off. And burger sauce. Good combo. Weird combo, but good combo.
It's basically what chipotle sauce is.
Oh yeah.
Chipotle pepper and
Oh yeah, pretty much. I sometimes get a lot of questions about bringing out a planner, but to be honest, I don't even know where to begin with designing and sourcing this myself. But the next best alternative was bringing out a weekly desk planner. That I know how to do, because we used to have a weekly desk planner in stock over 2 years ago. It sold well, but if I'm being honest, I hated the design. I don't know why. There's always a running joke that if I like something, it'll probably flop, and if I hate something, it'll probably do well. Sod's law. Anyway, if you've seen my last goal planning video for 2024, you will have seen that I plan to do a small unthemed launch for the first launch in Q1, and this is going to consist of the new functional planner stickers that we developed in the last week's studio vlog, and a restock of some of our large gaming mouse mat and sold out tumblers. Not only that, but I also wanted to work on adding to our Sakura stationery collection we already have. So we restocked that last week after being sold out for over 2 months. This was a to-do list and a notepad, but we have changed and experimented with our suppliers since our last ones were a little rubbish, and we also increased the page count from 25 to 50. We decided to go ahead with them for the brand new A4 desk planner because they turned out so much better than our last suppliers. The paper's thicker, it's glossier, the print is nicer. I also used some illustrations from the set I already had, but I ended up drawing a fresh background on Procreate for this planner, and I also wanted the colour palette to be pink and yellow, which seems to be the theme for 2024. I was actually surprised that I really liked the way this turned out. I didn't really need to make much amendments. This was the first print that I actually printed out to proof, and I really liked it, so I went ahead and sent them straight to the manufacturer. So yeah, I think that is a pretty productive vlog, if I do say so myself. I'll see you next week, because we're going to be getting our sketchbooks out, getting our pens and paper out, and we're going to be working on the enamel pins for spring and starting our new spring collection. So I'll see you in the next one. Alright then, thanks so much for watching. I love you.